Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Sailorette.Plans. My name is Jessica, and today I think will be the first time you see my face on camera in my channel. Usually you see these babies, my hands, because this channel is mostly planner related, but every now and then I will be talking about books and a little bit of sprinkling in of lifestyle. So yeah, I'm actually not going to give a disclaimer for the first time in my video because I am not on my sailboat. I am here in Guatemala City, which is all the way across the country from where my husband and I stay on our boat, and we are at a hotel actually. So I'm actually going to give you a little bit of a tour, so stick around if you're interested in that. I thought I would do some book talk related video because it's the first book that I read, first of all, and I just don't read enough to have like a separate channel for it, like a BookTube channel, so to speak. So I thought I would include it here. So yeah, I hope that this interests you, and let's dive into the video. Okay, so this is the book that I read recently, a couple weeks ago now, for a book club pick. This is Daughter of a Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. This is the second book that I've ever read by this author. The first one was The Shadows Between Us, which I enjoyed. I read that now about 2 years ago. That is my dog sneezing in the background. Okay, anyways. And I'll go into the reason why I'm not on my boat and I'm at a hotel room in Guatemala City further into the video. So if you're interested in that, like I said, that'll be a part of the tour and everything. But for now, I just want to keep this simple, and I want to just talk about the book talk in case that's what you're here for. So this book is about main character. Her name is Alusa. I was pronouncing it Alusa or Alosa. I don't know, but Alusa. She is a 17-year-old girl, and she is the daughter of a pirate king, and he basically is the ruler of the ocean. Like, he is the king of all oceans, and he has some islands that he has control over, so they kind of like give him money for like being in his seas, like in his territory of the water or whatever, is kind of what I understood. But the point is that she has been sent to retrieve this map, and yes, she has bright red hair just like this. She's been sent by her father to retrieve this map on the former, because he like passed away, a former lord, pirate lord, and this map is very key to a bigger picture. I don't know if that's like spoilery, and I'm not gonna say why they need this map. Like, if you know pirates, why do you think pirates need a map? And yeah, so it says here, I'm like really bad about summing up books, so that was my attempt at summing up a book, but I'll read here. Sent on a mission to retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove, 17-year-old pirate Captain Alusa deliberately allows herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunity to search their ship. So this is where she goes to that enemy's ship to search, or former pirate lord ship, to retrieve this map. More than a match for the ruthless pirate crew, Alusa has only one thing standing between her and the map: her captor, the unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate Raiden. But not to worry, for Alusa has a few tricks up her sleeve, and no lone pirate can stop the daughter of the Pirate King. So this is the summary. And here, somebody falsely, I don't know this person, Anna Banks, from New York Times best-selling author of the Serena Legacy, says, readers should rejoice because now we have a Lady Jack Sparrow in our hands. And I beg to differ. I totally don't agree with that. So I'm actually gonna talk about some non-spoiler, and then I'm gonna go to spoiler. So this video is like divvied up into so many sections. It's gonna be all over the place, but so anyways, the non-spoiler part is that it was a really, I don't know if I should like keep the book held up like this the whole time. It'll be a workout, but maybe for the video I will do it. So this book read fairly quickly for me. I haven't read in so many months, and Lexi. This book read rather quickly for me. So non-spoilery part is that this book reads very quickly. I mean, this book is relatively short at only 311 pages, and the words are quite small. I will give you a taste of the first chapter, like that. And look at this pirate, by the way, or look at this map of the Nightfarer. This is the enemy's ship that she boards. It's like really cool that there's a map there. However, there's a map somewhere else, I thought. This is the bow of the boat, and then this is the stern, and they give you like a little where like people's quarters are. I really enjoyed it. I tend to be a little bit more critical, like on the critique level. I'm not like such an easy happy-go-lucky reader, but I'm not like insanely critical reader either, so I feel like I'm a good intermediate. And originally, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but originally I was gonna give it a 3.5 stars. I know it doesn't exist, half stars don't exist on Goodreads. So on Goodreads, I usually do round down. But in this case, because this is the first book that I have picked up in several months, I'm going to give this a 4 star. And because it was just really entertaining, and the banter between Alusa and First Mate Raiden was hilarious. I loved it. I ate up everything between these two, and I really love that between characters are the conversations or the banter, and I legit laughed out loud. And there's just constant action. I don't think I was ever bored at any point. There's just some minor critiques that we'll talk about in the spoiler section that I feel is not like 5-star worthy. That's why I feel like it's like more like a 3.5 star worthy, but for enjoyment purposes, that's why I said I gave it a 4 star. And so I'll go ahead and get into the spoiler section. I did take a few notes, and I will include some things that were mentioned in the book talk or in the book chat that we had recently. So now on to the spoiler section. Okay, so for this spoiler section, right off the bat, the biggest thing that I just did not like is the fact that Alusa, or just like the way the author wrote her, there's a lot of talking about how brave she is, how awesome she is, how badass she is. And I kind of got annoyed with how much she kept saying, oh my gosh, I'm so ruthless. If I want to kill somebody, I will. And I've killed so many people, I've slain so many people. And it was like, okay, you're telling me that you've done this, but when do we get to see that part of you? And sure enough, yeah, like in one scene, she did end up like slitting that pervert's throat when she like escaped off the ship. If you read the book, you know which part I'm talking about. Okay, sure, yeah, and she could have killed Draxon if she wanted to, but she didn't, because we all know she's falling for Raiden. I feel like it's kind of obvious by the way that the author, you know, did the synopsis in the back. Like, I feel like it's quite obvious that there is going to be a little bit of a romance here. And let's see what else. So that was like the really big pet peeve of mine. Like I wanted to believe that she is not all talk, you know, like she can walk the walk too. Could have used a little bit more examples and expansion on that. I mean, sure, the book was only 311 pages. So let's see. My friends on the book chat said that they were not really the magic system. Like more than halfway through the book, like the siren part is not mentioned. To me, I knew Alusa was a siren because literally on the back of the book, there's a part 2 that says daughter of a siren queen, and it's clearly Alusa. I mean, that's clearly, I don't know if this will focus, but it's clearly Alusa back there. And for some reason, literally all of my friends thought that it was like, I don't even know what they thought, to be honest, that it could have been somebody else or someone related to her, or like a spin-off of like the first book, and they had no idea that book 2 would be in continuation, or that even Alusa had part siren in her. That part was not a shocker to me at all. Like I said, I was expecting it, and kind of like it did come out of nowhere, but also I'm glad that when it did come up, it wasn't like she just learned that she was a siren. Like she knew she had siren powers, which I really liked that part, because it would have been really annoying if all of a sudden, more than halfway through the book, oh my gosh, I discover I'm a siren. I think I would have knocked off. I think I would have definitely made it a 3-star if that was the case. And so they said that her powers kind of came out of nowhere and it wasn't explained very well. However, in my opinion, I feel like it made sense to me. I didn't feel like I needed any more explanation. Like they said, how is it that all of a sudden her powers run out? And then I kind of was giving the example of the fact, well, Raiden, when they were captured on this island, Raiden was giving Alusa like a handful of water, you know what I mean, from ocean water, and so she could absorb that and had enough power to seduce or whatever. She had like 3 major things that she could do with her powers, and she did them, but only to like a certain extent, right? And I think that made sense to me because she wasn't drinking in the ocean water. The ocean water is what replenishes her powers, but if you're only getting like handfuls of ocean salt water, then to me that made sense. So I don't know, did that make sense to you? In like comment down below if it did. Another thing that they said in the book chat was I need to do a little bit more research on this. I didn't do the research, but the mythology around sirens is not accurate in the book. Like, to me, I guess they were saying like it was more like mermaid sounding, not really like siren. And I will probably put like a little mini description here, the difference between siren and mermaids, because they kind of are the same. And I don't remember what Ben said. Hi Ben, if you're watching. So it was cool to learn. I don't know too much about any kind of mythology, so it was cool that was a bit of a perspective there. And so I'll go into some of the notes section that I took. So right off the bat from page 19, I wrote down, why did they want her for ransom and info? Why would she give so much information away? Do they know he's the richest pirate, like her father's the richest pirate? And then in this it says, well, we are well aware of your father's reach, though I don't see how he thinks that merits his self-given title as king. Now it is my turn to recline in my chair. You're jesting, right? My father controls the ocean. There is not a single man who sails without paying a toll to him. All pirates must pay a percentage of their plunder to him. Those who do not are blown sky high from the seas. So tell me, fearless Raiden, first mate of the Nightfire, if he kills men for shorting him on money owed, what do you think he will do to the men who have taken his daughter? So that's the part where I was like, why are you giving so much information away? Like, she was being pretty cocky. And then soon later, like a page and a half later, on page 20, I put LOL. It said, if you're going to start crying, could you wait until you get back on deck? I can't abide tears. And I just thought it was hilarious that the banter between Raiden and Alusa. And here I thought I was like convinced by like page 57, I was convinced that the map it was in Raiden's quarters, but then she gets locked up in there and she doesn't really take advantage of the fact of being locked up in there. And then I was like, okay, I thought the same thing as Alusa, that the map was like on Raiden's person, and it wasn't. I will say that that kind of did take me by a surprise. I wasn't expecting the map to be hidden in the eyeball of the mermaid, I'm gonna call it statue, the one that's like by the bowsprit. So I think that was pretty interesting. It's
called figureheads.
Oh. The statue is called figureheads in front of the bowsprit. But anyway, so I liked that. For me, if I had a question, I feel like later on it was answered. I didn't have any questions left by, not really, at least, not that I can remember any questions left by the end of the book. So for example, on page 61, I was concerned as to how she was escaping because that wasn't really explained. But it wasn't until like 20 pages later or something that they said, oh yeah, she was escaping by putting a key underneath the table leg in her cell. So I thought that was pretty clever, and also kind of silly that her stuff wasn't like really thoroughly checked until much later in the book. I am glad that when they did check her stuff, that it was like weapons. It was kind of funny to me that like they would pull out a dagger and the hollowed out book with the dagger inside it. I just thought it was pretty funny. And disguised as like girly things or mundane things that you wouldn't think to search. Yeah, see here, page 83, question answered, no wonder about her escaping. Let's see. And then the last note that I took here is back to page 60. It was about Kieran. So here, Alusa. I look over at Kieran's fat body, ugly face, and overall unkept look. You certain he's not adventuring in his sleep? Oh yes, he might not look like much now, but that's because he's turned into a man who has lost much. Imagine if you were never satisfied with your life, Miss Alusa. Imagine that you traveled all over the world looking for happiness, looking for thrills to pass the time. Imagine seeing everything there is to see and still not finding happiness. Well, that will give you a very bleak outlook on life, would it not? And that is so true and so sad. Like my husband and I, we travel on our sailboat, like I've said, and imagine if we weren't like satisfied with that kind of lifestyle. That would be really sad. And I feel like, yeah, I don't want to like get too sad, but I feel like it would be really depressing and there wouldn't be any point of living if I didn't find any happiness in, you know, exploring the world, if everything started blending in and seeming the same. So I mean, this is why we do travel the way we do, is because we want to experience the world with our own eyes and firsthand. And yeah, I can't imagine a life any other way. So that would be pretty sad. So Kieran does drink a lot, and I wish that's another thing, I wish that some of the characters, I know they're kind of used as like fillers, I wish that the characters were a little bit more fleshed out. They do talk about Kieran a little bit more, but not enough. Like, he's somebody that kind of has sparked my interest. I hope that I get to read more about him in part 2. This book talk is all over the place. I think I'm going to cut it here. I don't really have anything else to add to it. And let's keep this fun. Let's comment down below. Let me know what you think about Daughter of the Pirate King, or the tour of this hotel that we're staying in for a couple of days. And yeah, so let's get on with the tour. And today I'm actually coming at you for the first time. I'm showing my face on my channel. I think I had recorded a vlog. If I hadn't already posted that, then this will probably be first. But anyways, probably the first time you're seeing my face. This channel typically is all about planning and little tiny bits about book reviews that I read. I don't read enough to create my own BookTube channel, so I'm just incorporating it here into this channel, if you don't mind. And then I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of vlogs. But we are here. I'm freshly showered, feeling clean. It is currently let me see, it is currently, I don't know if you could see that, 6:06 p.m. here in Guatemala, and we traveled 6.5 hours to get here from one side of the country, from the Caribbean side of the country, to like all the way across the west side of the country here in Guatemala. We're actually here a little bit on a sad news for my dog. My dog is getting surgery. The local veterinary in where we were didn't feel comfortable doing the surgery there, so we had to come to the city where they had like equipment and the likes. They're actually, you're catching a little bit of playtime with my kitty and Lexi. Anyways, this is a constant. They're very happy here at this hotel. I'm gonna do a little bit of a tour. My husband's going to film me. But anyways, yeah, so we're here because she's getting surgery. Hopefully all goes well. Yeah, I actually brought, okay, so since this is a planner channel, I did bring my planners right over here at my bedside. I keep them in these bookcases. Well, I have actual books, but so I have, here we go, my Erin Condren and my Park Lane planner. And I plan to, I don't know, do a little bit of back planning, writing in it a little bit. I don't know. I just brought it just in case. We're here, today's Thursday, and we're here until Saturday. So we left at 9:45 in the morning from Livingston area, Guatemala, and then we're here in Guat City. We arrived, checked into this hotel at 4:30. And then I took advantage, kind of took a shower, a warm shower, washed the hair, feeling fresh, and yeah. So these are my pets. This is Lexi. Hello. Hello. Oh, Lexi. Yes. Chicka, 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 chicka. This is my Lexi girl. And this is Logan. And that is my kitty Logan. Hey. He's very curious about the camera. Good boy. So I'm like so excited. We're losing a little bit of light. This has been like a long time, kind of a process to get her this surgery. I don't know if I actually said, but she has bladder stones. I don't know if that's TMI. I apologies if it is, but that's the true reason for being here in the city. And but anyways, I brought my planner stuff, I brought my book, and I intend to do a book talk, the first time ever. So yeah, I don't know if this clip will be at the end or not. Probably going to save this for the end, so in case anyone that's not interested in seeing the food is here. So I'll be right back. Okay, and so this is what I ordered from Restaurant Namu. I decided to order from somewhere new, so let's see. Okay, it's hard to do this one-handed. Okay, so you can see it. So So I have kimchi here, some hot sauce here, This is the bibimbap, looks different. And then we ordered 3 bottles of water because it was 5 quetzales and there was like a promo for ordering at this restaurant. So if you ordered 100 quetzales, which is the name of the currency here, it's called quetzales, and it's actually a bird, and it's the national bird here, a quetzal, but it's also what they call the currency here. So anyway, so if you order 100 quetzales, which is approximately 12 or 13 US dollars, you got 30 quetzales off your total. So I did that. So in order to get that, I ordered 3 bottles of water, and we will always drink water, so it will never go to waste. So yeah, I hope this is really delicious. I can't wait to eat, and yeah, I will get you soon. Bye. Hi, hello. It's me, Jessica. Just kidding, I was trying to do an MTV moment, but that was probably a bit of a failure. Anyways, welcome to our hotel tour. We're at Hotel Casa Serena in Guatemala City in Zone 10. And Lexi is gonna join us too. Okay, so if you come over here, this is our kitchen. I wasn't expecting this when we booked this place. I put the trash is usually, the trash was in here and I took it out, so it's a little ugly, but I don't know, I just didn't want to be opening the door to get to the trash. But this is our little kitchen. It's got a stove, sink, microwave, and refrigerator, full-size fridge. And then we're gonna go over to my left, and here's the dining. My husband Matt, who's filming, thanks sweetie, got dinner. He got Papa John's, and then I got Korean food. I got bibimbap because there's like no Asian food on the other side of the country. So every time I come to the city, I always get some bibimbap. And he always gets Papa John's because it's not available on the other side. So you just had dinner. I will show you what I ordered. But here is the living room space. There's even a little bench here, and you can have a seat. This is probably where I'm going to film. I don't know, due to lighting, I don't know if I should film my book talk here or not. Obviously, I'm filming this before the book talk, so I will edit this at the end. So we'll find out. Here's this cute wooden bench. And there's actually a tiny little, it's loud, but a tiny little balcony. And there's the sign for the hotel, actually. Get a close up. Ah, okay, and so going back in, that doesn't close, but my hubby will close it in a little bit. So now we're gonna go over here, back where we started. Okay, so this is right back where we started, and this is the master bedroom. So the left is the kitchen, behind the camera is the living, dining, and this is the master bedroom. Voila! It's huge. So lighting is way better in here, so I might have to film the book talk in here. The living room was like offering more cozy vibes, but it's huge. Like this is huge. And over here is the closet, a walk-in closet. Right here, I have the kitty litter in here and his food up here because the dog will eat it. Right here. And yeah, that's pretty enormous. And then lastly, the bathroom over here. Okay. And then this is our messy bathroom. I just, used it obviously. Like I said, I took a shower. So it's decent. There's an awkward little space in here. Hello, like what are you doing here? I don't know, it's an awkward little space. I hope that you enjoyed this little, tour. I hope that you enjoyed this little tour. Yeah, let me know if this was any interest. This book talk is kind of gonna be a little bit all over the place, but this week is a little bit all over the place. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up so that I know that you liked it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more videos from me. And until next time, bon voyage.